During the flooding of the Vaal River on 19 and 20 February 2023, 8 hippopotamuses were flooded out of their enclosure at the Letsatsi La Africa Wild Animal and Predator Park on the Free State side of the Vaal River, just outside of the town of Orkney in the northwest province of South Africa. Letsatsi La Africa means sunrise over Africa. It is thought these hippos may have been caught in the floodwaters and travelled far downstream, but it's anyone's guess how far. Some reports say the hippos were spotted as far downstream as the town of Boshoff, but nothing could be confirmed. On the morning of 23 February, I was asked whether I would be able to use my Phantom 4 drone to help in the search for the hippos. But where does one start? The search area is vast, and often people do not realize the limitations of drones. Unless you have a fair idea of the search area, it is not as easy as just taking off the drone in any spot and to start searching. The drone has a limited battery life, range and viewing angle that makes it difficult to spot small objects from the air. It is very risky to fly close to the ground, which would make spotting the hippos easier, but increases the risk of striking a tree or power line, so I have to keep to around 30 meters in height while searching. At this height, spotting the head of a hippo, even though an adult hippo's head is about 2 feet long and 1 foot wide, it becomes very difficult as they often only reveal their eyes, ears and nostrils above the water, and the rest of the hippo is hidden in the murky water. On the morning of 23 February, a report came in that the hippos had been spotted near Mining Shaft 10 on the Leeudoringstad Road from Orkney, at the bridge where the Squintspread connects to the Vaal River. This part of the road had flooded on 20 and 21 February. On further inquiry with the actual person that saw the hippos, it was discovered that only 2 hippos had been spotted, and not all 8. Though this was a little disappointing, there was some hope. I headed out to the spot and found a number of people fishing off the banks near the bridge, and asked them if they had spotted the hippos, but they noted that they had only been there for a short while and had not seen anything. The person who had initially spotted the hippos insisted via phone call that he had spotted them, and that other people in the vehicle travelling with him confirmed that they had spotted 2 hippos. They noted that they had passed the area before the fishermen had arrived. Later, a second person did also confirm spotting the hippos, and that he had never seen a hippo before and did not even know what it was that he had been looking at. I found a safe spot near the water's edge to launch the Phantom 4 drone. Kobus van der Westhuizen from Letsatsi La Africa joined me at this stage for the first flight, and we searched the entire area and did not spot the hippos. Kobus had to leave, but I flew another 2 batteries and covered a very wide area and did not spot the hippos. The problem is that hippos spend most of their time underwater, or with only their eyes, ears and nostrils above the water, and are barely visible. They are semi-aquatic animals and are very well adapted to life in waters, lakes and other waterways. They use water as a means of keeping cool during the day and avoiding the hot African sun, so it is rare to see them out of the water during the day. Hippos are actually not good swimmers, but they are able to hold their breath for up to 5 minutes at a time, and can walk along the bottom of a river or lake. Hippos are also known to wallow in the mud at the bottom of the water, which helps to keep their skin moist and protected from the sun. While hippos are predominantly aquatic, they will leave the water at night to forage for food. They can travel several kilometers inland in search of suitable grazing grounds. Knowing the above and looking at the vast body of water that one needs to cover, it becomes obvious why it is so hard to find the hippos using a drone. It is vital that reports of a sighting be transferred to the search teams and owner as soon as possible, as they can move out of an area very quickly if they decide not to stay. It is also very important to make note of the exact place and even take photos of the area so search teams can narrow down the search area. It is unproductive to just try and search in a general area due to the restrictions of drones as previously mentioned. Though the Phantom 4 drone has quite a far distance it can fly, it can only stay in the air for so long. 25 minutes sounds long, but while conducting a search, it is over in the blink of an eye. Looking at this footage, you can understand how hard it is to spot small objects like small bits of the head of the hippo just above the water. It is not just a matter of let's get a drone in the air to help with the search. A drone operator needs to narrow down the search grid to as small an area as possible, and this can only be done with accurate and up-to-date information. Unfortunately, at the editing of this video, none of the hippos have been found, and none have been spotted again. Hippos are generally considered to be very aggressive and unpredictable, particularly when they feel threatened or cornered. These hippos are wild. Do not approach them or attempt to feed them. Should you spot hippos, try to keep a safe distance and contact authorities so they can be captured. Hippos are known to be responsible for more human deaths in Africa than any other large animal. Stay safe.